Hello, my name is Bailey McCurry and this is my final lesson plan for Math 1350. The topic today is comparing and ordering fractions with the same denominator. The age group, 3rd grade, with 16 students. And what students should know: the basic concepts of fractions, the difference between the numerator and the denominator, able to write fractions as numbers from words, able to write fractions given a point on a number line between 0 and 1, and they should be familiar with greater than, less than, and equal to statements. All right, introduction of the topic. Hello students, hope everyone has had a good day so far. Does anyone have any questions about their homework last night? No? All right, well then who can tell me what the two parts of a fraction are? Great job, numerator and denominator. I'd like everyone to get out your whiteboards, please. Okay, I'm going to tell you a fraction, and I want you to write down this fraction on your whiteboard and then hold it up for me to see, okay? All right, the first fraction is 1/2. Everyone write down 1/2 on your whiteboard. Thank you. All right, that looks great. Now erase that. Okay, now let's write 1/4. Okay, great. All right, now John, can you tell me which number on your whiteboard is the numerator? Okay, we have 1/4. Which number is the numerator? Right, 1. Okay, Sandra, which part is the denominator? Right, 4. So how many total parts are there in this fraction? 4, right? Okay, let's draw a picture of that, okay? Say we have a circle. How many parts are we going to divide the circle into? 4, right? Okay, now how much of this circle should I shade in if I wanted to show 1/4? Right, 1. So I would shade in this part. Okay, now what if we wanted to talk about the unshaded part? There's parts of the circle that are still unshaded. How much of that is unshaded? 3/4, right? Right. Perfect. Okay, looks like y'all really remember what we have been learning the last few days. Okay, so today we're going to learn how to compare and order fractions. So what does the word compare mean? It means to see how two things are related. So we're going to look at two fractions, determine which one is bigger, and then put them in order. So what does it mean to put something in order? Okay. Say we have these numbers. Okay, we have 5, 6, 4, 7, and 8. Are those in order? No, right? So how would I put them in order? Great job. So these numbers are in order. They're from smallest to largest. Okay? All right. So when we put things in order, we can use these symbols. Okay, does anyone remember what these symbols mean? Great job. Greater than, less than, and equal to. Perfect. Okay, so if we have two numbers from this problem, say we use 4 and 5. Okay, what sign would I put in between here? Great job, less than. Okay, remember that the small end goes toward the small number, the big end goes to the big number. Does everyone see this? Okay, what if I put these two numbers up here? they're equal, right? So we have an equal sign between them. Perfect. Okay, using these symbols is how we compare numbers. It helps us to visibly see which one is larger. So this is what we're going to do with fractions today. We'll look at two fractions with the same denominator. That means they have the same number in the bottom of the fraction. And we'll decide which one is larger. Okay? All right, you can erase your whiteboards and put them away. Okay, let's look at this problem first. Craig and Logan shared a medium pizza. Okay, so we have two boys and they're sharing a pizza. Okay, Logan ate 1/3 of the pizza and Craig ate 2/3 of the pizza. Who ate more? Okay, so we have Logan. And he ate 1/3. And we have Craig. And he ate 2/3. Okay? And we're trying to determine which one is larger because we're trying to see who ate more, right? Okay. So, now let's draw the pizza, okay? So we have a circle, and we're going to divide it into thirds. Okay? Now, how much of this did Logan eat? Right, 1/3. So how much should I color in? One of the three. Good. Okay, so Logan will be blue, and we'll color his blue. Okay, so he's blue. How much did Craig eat? 2/3, right? So 2 of the 3. So he ate these 2. Okay? All right. So, who can tell me who ate more pizza? Craig did, right? Visibly, he ate more. Okay? So if Craig ate 2/3 and Logan ate 1/3 and Craig ate more than Logan did, which fraction is larger? 2/3 or 1/3? 2/3, right. Perfect. Okay? So, again, remember, the bigger side goes to the bigger fraction, the smaller side goes to the smaller fraction. So what symbol is this? Is this greater than or less than? This is less than. You read it from left to right. So 1/3 is less than 2/3, right? Okay. All right, let's do another example. Okay, and let's say we have two fractions on a number line like we looked at yesterday. Okay, we're going to have 2/4 and 3/4. Okay, so we have 2/4 and 3/4. Okay, does anyone want to tell me how to write this on the board? Okay, draw our number lines. Okay, so this is 0 and this is 1. Okay, what is another number that we can put here? What's the fraction? This is 0 out of 4, right? Okay, and this is 4 out of 4. Okay. Now, how many pieces are we going to divide this number line into? 4 pieces, correct. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so what fraction should I put right here? 1/4. What fraction should I put right here? 2/4. What fraction should I put right here? 3/4, right? Does everyone understand this? Okay? Now, is there another fraction that I could put instead of 2/4? Right, 1/2. Because 1/2 is the same thing as 2/4. Does everyone understand that? Great, okay. Now, we have 2/4 and 3/4 are the two numbers that we're looking at, okay? So we have 2/4 right here and 3/4 right here. Okay, so which one is larger? Good job. Kimberly, do you want to tell me how to write the less than, greater than, or equal to statement? 2/4 is less than 3/4. So how do I write the symbol? Right, less than. Perfect. So 2/4 is smaller than 3/4, the bigger end, okay? All right. What if I reversed it and I had 3/4 and 2/4? How would I write this statement? It would be reversed, correct? Because the smaller end goes toward the smaller number. So you're going to switch the sign, okay? Are these the same thing? Yes, they're saying the same thing, okay? They're saying that 2/4 is smaller than 3/4. This is saying that 2/4 is smaller than 3/4. Does everyone understand? So you can switch these, okay? Just be sure the smaller end is toward the smaller number and the bigger end is toward the bigger number. Okay, let's do another example. I did great on that one. Okay, okay, we're going to look at two fractions, okay? 2/6 and 5/6, okay? And what I want you to do is determine which one is bigger, okay? I'm going to give you a sticky note, and I want you to write down on your sticky note which one you think is bigger, okay? So here are the sticky notes. Okay, now write down which one you think is bigger. And don't let anyone see your answer. Okay, so I'm going to put all the ones for 2/6 under here and put all the ones for 5/6 over there, okay? So our first one is for 2/6. Our second one is for 5/6. 5/6. 5/6. 5/6. There's a lot of 5/6s. Oh, there's a 2/6. 1, 2, 4, 2/6. 5/6. Sticky notes aren't sticking. Well, okay. 5/6. 5/6. 5/6. 5/6. 5/6. And 5/6. Okay. I think those will stay. Okay, let's see who is right. Okay? So to do this, let's draw a picture. Let's draw a rectangle. Okay? Okay. Now, how many pieces am I going to divide this into? 6, right? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so how much of this is 2/6? Right, so 2/6 is just that one And that one, right? Okay, now how much is 5/6? Good job. 5 out of the 6 pieces. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so that's going to be this, this one, this one, and this one. Okay, so which one is more? 5/6. Right. So, how would I write the less than, greater than, or equal to statement? 2/6 is less than, good job, 5/6. Okay? Again, what if I switch it and say 5/6, 2/6? What if I said that? Is that right? It is, because the 5/6 is on the big end, 2/6 is on the small end, saying the exact same thing. Okay? Great. Okay. Take all this down. So whoever said 5/6, you were the winner. Okay. All right, now we're going to play a game. Okay, I will give everyone one of these papers, and each paper represents a fraction. Okay, some papers have the picture on them, and you have to determine what fraction you have. I want you to write it at the top. Other papers have the fraction, but in this box down here, I want you to draw a picture. Your picture can be a circle, like this one. It can be a number line. It can be a square. However you want to represent it, okay? Okay, I'll walk around and make sure that everyone has the correct fraction. And then we're going to find a partner. You're going to determine whose is bigger, okay? So you and someone else are going to look at your two fractions, determine which one is bigger, and then write the less than, greater than, or equal to statements, okay? Okay, so what if you and your partner have the same fraction? What statement are you going to write? An equal to, right? Because they're the same, so they're going to be equal, okay? So that's fine, you can do that. Okay, so you'll have 1 minute for you and your partner to figure out your statement, and then we're going to switch, and we're going to change 5 times, okay? When we're through, I will ask you to show the class your picture, and we're going to talk about it. So be prepared to tell the class about your fractions. Okay, when we're, I'll be walking around to answer questions, and if you need help, just ask. Does anyone have any questions before we get started? No? Okay, well, let's get started. Okay, great work, everyone. You all worked really hard during that time. I heard a lot of great discussion. Does anyone want to volunteer and tell the class about their fractions? Katie, okay? What was your fraction? Okay, can you show it to us? 7/8. Good job. Okay. So Katie had 7/8. Okay, Laura, what did you have? 3/8. Perfect. Okay, so what did your statement look like? Right, greater than. Okay, why? Perfect, because 7/8 is bigger, so the bigger end goes toward the bigger number, smaller end goes toward the smaller number. Right. Okay, now let's say that I put this on the board. We have 1/8 and 2/8, and I say this. What are y'all going to say to me? That I'm crazy? Yeah, probably. Okay, why? Because I have it backwards, right? Okay, so what about this? Is that right? Yes, 1. Smaller ends, smaller number, bigger ends, bigger number. Great, great job. Okay, so can anyone give me an example of when you might have to compare fractions in real life? Great, cooking. Yes, that's excellent. When your dad cooks, sometimes, or your mom, sometimes they'll use fractions, and to determine what ingredient you're going to need more of, you're going to have to compare fractions and find out which fraction is bigger, right? Okay, good job. Can you think of any more examples? No? No one? Okay, well, I have a tape measure here. And what does this do? Measures things. Good job. Okay. So has anyone ever used a tape measure before? No? Okay. I'm going to draw part of it on the board. Okay, and this is going to be just this first little part. Okay? So, if I have this tape measure, and this is 0, and this is 1, it's going to look kind of like this. Okay, and then it's going to have other little lines in here. Okay? Okay? But what this does, what do you think this line represents? Well, how many pieces is it divided into? With these long lines? 4, right? Okay, so that's going to be our denominator. So what do these lines represent? Right, 1/3, 1/4, 2/4, and 3/4. Okay? So I'm going to pass around this tape measure so that you can see. You just pull it out right here so that you can look at it. Okay? Say that I wanted to measure this marker. So if I wanted to determine how long this marker was, I would just put it up against the marker, and it would be 5. It goes all the way to the big 5, so that's our whole numbers. And then, okay, so let's say this was 5, and this was 6, okay? Because it goes right in between the 5 and the 6 mark, okay? So it goes all the way to here, okay? So what's the length of my marker? Okay, well it's already 1/5. Okay, and then how much more did it go? 3/4, right? So it's going to be 5 3/4, and that was in inches. Okay? All right, perfect. Great job. Okay, so we measure things all the time. So when you're using fractions, you can use fractions to measure things on a tape measure. Okay? Okay, I have a worksheet here that I would like for you to get on the way out the door. This needs to be completed for homework. I'll check it first thing tomorrow so that I know that y'all understand this. But I have one more question for y'all. Say that we have 1/4 and 1/3. Which fraction is bigger? We don't know, right? Because there's 2 different denominators. Okay? So, we're going to learn this tomorrow. So we're going to answer this question first thing tomorrow, okay? All right. I hope everyone has a great night, and I will see you tomorrow. This concludes my lesson plan. Thanks, and give 'em.